Yesterday, one of my friends watched one of my tier list videos, and the second he saw that I put one of the anime he loves in D tier, he immediately called me to complain. And I wasn't gonna make another tier list for like a little while, but hearing him as upset as he was made me want to make another one to see if I can like make more people upset. I think that it's actually really fun making tier lists and then hearing other people's opinions like, oh, how could you put so and so in B tier? They're obviously S tier. And so I was like, you know what? Let me make like a massive tier list. The bigger the better, because then it will cover more anime so that there can be more opinions. I can hear what people have to say. So today's tier list is 125 quote unquote main characters. It's basically anyone who was pretty much a main character within their anime. There are a couple anime where like only one character is listed, but there are a couple others where like 4 or 5 characters made the cut. And so yeah, this should be fun. So we've got GOAT, Elite, Great, Solid, Aight, Mediocre, and Bad. I was gonna put like disgusting, trash, but like just pretend Bad is like really bad. So first off, we've got Suzaku from Code Geass. Honestly, I really did not like him as a person, but the way he was written was really good. Like, I thought he was super annoying with his whole, like, I want to change the system from the inside, when clearly that wasn't going to work. But the way he's written as a foil to Lelouch and his actions that he takes throughout the show are written very well. I just don't like him as a person. But, you know, as a character, I think he's either great or elite, but I'll put him in elite for now. Kazuma. I'll also put him in elite. I mean, he's like one of the best isekai protagonists. I mean, man does not care. He'll just do anything. He's not like scared of girls like some of those other, you know, like wimpy characters. He's a fun character, and Konosuba's just great anyway. This guy, Taki, yeah, from Your Name. He's like a solid character. I think Your Name's story outperforms its characters. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but like, you know, he's a solid character. Menma from Anohana. I mean, as far as like causing pain, she would be elite, but like as a character, you know, she aight. You know, like nothing too special going on there, but you know, she's all right. Kaguya, I'm actually gonna give Kaguya a GOAT. I mean, it's only been 2 seasons, but like I really like her as a character. I mean, I think she's written pretty well. I hear she's written even better in the manga, but like I'm an anime only for that show. But I mean, she has like some of the funnier moments in the show, and then she's like written as like a pretty solid character herself. You know, she goes through things. She's got like her family issues, dealing with, you know, whether or not she wants to like deal with these feelings, and then just the way she schemes. The schemes are always so fun. Lelouch is the GOAT. He will be #1. I promise you that. I mean, this man carries his anime 100%. This man is the GOAT. No competition. Shirogane, I'll give him great. Like, he's not as good as Kaguya, but like he's a really enjoyable character. So, you know, great is like, that's a respectable place. I from Wonder Egg. So I'll go with solid. So she's another one of those characters where like her anime is better than her as a person, but she's still a solid character. And I think that as Wonder Egg priority progresses, we'll start to see more and more of her individual character. But for now, we haven't seen too much, but they've definitely like, you know, they've kind of teased us that like there's a lot going on in her background that led her to like not want to go to school anymore, and what happened to her friend. So we'll see where she goes. Akane Tsunemori from Psycho Pass is probably one of my top 3 characters in anime. I think the way her story was written from the beginning of season 1 to the end of season 1 was like absolute perfection. She starts off as like this kind of like, you know, rule following, you know, she's like, she believes in the system completely. She wants to serve justice, but like by the end of episode 1, she starts to see that justice in her world is kind of twisted. But by the end of this whole show, like she has grown so much as a character in 1 season. It's crazy. So I think she's definitely GOAT tier. I mean, her looks are, you know, pretty plain, but like that doesn't really matter when it comes to like her character. My goodness, her character was amazing. All Might, I mean, All Might. All Might's a solid character. I think, you know, he is a main character, but at the same time, like, he's not, because it's kind of more about like the next generation. But he's one of those characters who, like, he comes on screen and I'm like, yeah, it's All Might. So like, he'd either be like low, great, or solid. I think solid probably could be changed to like good, but you know, he's a solid character. Al from Full Metal Alchemist. I mean, I know a lot of people like him, but like, I just like his brother more. He's all right, you know, he's cool. You know, a guy in a suit of armor, or, you know, a spirit in a suit of armor. That's pretty wavy as a concept, but you know, he's all right. Aqua, let's see. She's quote unquote useless. She's a goddess. Pretty funny. I'll give her solid for now, but like, that could change. You know, like, the thing about like Konosuba is like, you know, each one of the girls kind of like fits their specific trope or whatever to a T, and then, you know, flips it on its head. So like Aqua, you know, you think that like she'd be like this overpowered character or whatever, but like she's kind of just like the goddess who's always in debt, and you know, anytime she tries to use abilities, most of them are pretty useless. But like, I like her. I don't like her as much as the other two girls, so I'll just leave her here. Armin, Armin's a great character. Like, the way he's written, the way he progresses throughout the show, he's pretty good, but like, he always ends up, you know, in other characters' shadows. So like, I wish that they would do more with Armin, but he's still a great character. So, you know, I'll put him in great. Elena. Okay, realistically, Elena is like an I character at best, but I really like her, so I'm putting her in great. Askeladd from Vinland Saga, this man is elite. I mean, the way they wrote him, is he elite? Yeah, the way they wrote him was just so good. I mean, Vinland Saga is one of the best anime out there. If you haven't seen it, go watch it now. But he's a really good character. Like, I loved the way they wrote him, his personality, you know, all the like quirks he has, the way he acts, and you know, the way he's like a foil to Thorfinn is amazing. So he and Thorfinn will probably end up in GOAT tier. Asta, mediocre. I mean, like, he's got some cool things to him, but like, for the first like half of the show, I just wanted him to shut up. Like, I can literally hear this picture just screaming. And then for the second half of the show, he's gotten cooler, but like, as a character, I mean, he's kind of, is he one-dimensional, two-dimensional? I mean, he really only has like, you know, I care about my friends and I want to be the Wizard King. So it's like, okay, whatever, you know, he's mediocre. I'm not gonna say like Asta's trash or anything, but he's just mid. Bakugo. I'm sorry, I hate Bakugo. Like, I know some people like Bakugo, but I just despise him. Like, he's a bum. He's so annoying. Like, he's just mean for the sake of meanness. And I get it, you know, he was like a child prodigy or whatever, you know, like everyone was praising him and it kind of got to his head or whatever. I don't care. I don't like Bakugo. He's just annoying. Shut up. Who was this? Oh, Jintan from Anohana. Like, again, Anohana, it's more about the story than the main character. And he's just like, he's there. We get to watch him progress through the show. I guess he does grow a little, so I'll move him up to mediocre. But like, he wasn't that special, you know, nothing to write home about. Bel Cranel. So this guy, I mean, you know, he's like the ultimate power fantasy character. You know, he's just like, he gets more powerful. He's in cool fight scenes. He cares for his homies. Not that much to him. So actually, I'll put him like at the bottom of solid, because like, you know, as a character, he's not that special or anything. And it'd be kind of disrespectful to these other characters to put him above. But he's really cool, you know, when he starts fighting, when he pulls up, you know, it's always a cool scene. But I guess as a character, you know, there's like a whole bunch of other power fantasy characters who are pretty much the same as him. But like, I like his design. I like the way he acts. All his scenes are pretty enjoyable, so he can go solid. Kazuya. So I know like everyone seems to hate this guy, you know, because he's always making such questionable decisions. But I think he's alright, you know, like, I'm not gonna put him in trash. I think he's alright, you know. He definitely makes some stupid decisions. You know, he's got all these valid girls around him, and he always seems to make the wrong decision. But hey, what are you supposed to do? He's, you know, no one said that he was going to be the smartest main character. And, you know, I kind of like him. And I think he's slightly grown by the end of season 1. And, you know, maybe we'll see if he grows in season 2. C2 from Code Geass. So season 1, she didn't really do that much, but like she was always around helping Lelouch. They have like a pretty solid relationship. And then season 2, we got to see like a little bit more of her background. We had that whole arc with, well, no spoilers, but you know, an interesting arc related to her. I'll give her solid. She's a solid character. She's a great support to Lelouch. She's important to the story. I liked her a lot, you know? Oh, Darkness? I'll put Darkness in solid as well, but like I like her more than Aqua. So yeah, like I think Darkness might be my favorite girl in Konosuba, if I'm being honest. I just find her scenes so funny. And then she actually ended up being one of probably the girl we got the most background on. You know, once season 2 came out, we got to like see her family and everything. So it's not like she has no depth to her. I mean, not a lot, but you know, she's a funny character. L, I mean, L is elite, bro. L is elite. I mean, his rival is a GOAT, but L is an elite character. Like every scene where you're watching L, you're just like, yo, this guy, I like this guy. I want to see him, you know, compete against Light. And their, you know, rivalry is one of the best in anime, period. Oh boy, Deku. So it seems like a popular opinion all over the internet is to hate Deku, but like, I don't hate him. And like my friend says that I only like, you know, the wimpy type characters. And maybe that's true, maybe it's not, I don't know. But like, I like Deku. I like the fact that he didn't have a quirk, but he still wanted to do something. Once he got the quirk, he didn't like become like arrogant with it or anything. He wants to, you know, learn how to use it properly to help other people. I mean, he's about as cookie cutter of I want to be a hero for being a hero's sake type of character, but I think it works. I think the way they wrote him in his show, in his universe, works really well. And I think that he's a lot less of a wimp by season 4 than he was in season 1. I mean, his fight against Overhaul, clean. That man bossed up. So, you know, I'll put him in great. Let's see, Chica. I mean, Chica's a great character. I think if this was like best girl competition, she'd go like up here. But you know, like as a character, really enjoyable, makes the show, you know, you're always smiling when Chica's on screen. Mizuhara or Chizuru, whatever, from Rent a Girlfriend. I mean, she's better than Kazuya. I'll put her in solid as well. I want to know more about her motivations and stuff. Actually, I'll just put her like right in front of him. I want to know more about her as a person. So, you know, Edward Elric, elite. I mean, they wrote him really well. He's like the decisions that he and his brother made, you can completely understand why they did what they did, but they didn't lose their morals to undo it. And, you know, the way he like fights for, you know, more his morals than like a complete justice. I just really enjoyed him as a character, and that he makes a decision later on in the show that I really appreciated, the way like the writing led to that choice. And so I'll put him in elite. I think he's an elite character from an elite anime. Elizabeth, bad. I mean, if I have to hear her say Meliodas-sama one more time, I'm just gonna rip my ears off. Like, shut up. Don't talk anymore, please. And I'm pretty sure like no one really likes her that much. If anyone wants to disagree, I mean, I'm down to argue, but like, really? That's the hill you want to die on? Emilia. Okay, so like Emilia in season 1, like I thought she was like stuck up, you know, bratty, whatever, entitled. The more I've gotten to know Emilia, like she moved up from bad to kind of mediocre, and now like where we are right now in season 2, that they're kind of like filling in her background, she moves up to like solid. But at the same time, like this is probably like the most questionable solid. It's like, is she really though? Like, has that much changed? But like, I think Emilia she's slowly winning me over. I mean, she's no Rem, but she's slowly winning me over. Emma's like, nah, Emma's elite. I mean, the fact that she wanted to save everyone, and you know, she's always smiling, and you know, she's like she's like the sunshine in such a dark anime. And she's really well written. She's, you know, she's smart. She's got some like funny moments, and she has the biggest heart, just the biggest heart. Because if I was her, I'm dipping. I'm leaving everyone behind. I'm sorry. Like, yes, I love them all, but like, I know the logistics of trying to bring everyone else out of this place are like, you know, so slim. The odds of getting away are so slim, but she still said, no, we're gonna bring everyone. So for having a massive heart and a cool character, I'll put her in a lead. Arena from Food Wars, I mean, by the end of the show, her arc was kind of complete, which was nice. So I'll give her solid. You know, before like season, I guess like 2 or whatever, she's just like this angry, you know, stuck up, whatever girl. But you know, the further into the show we go, they showed us, you know, how messed up her family was, and she overcomes that. So, you know, I'll put her in solid. I think that she got a really good character arc in an anime that didn't necessarily focus on character arcs. Usopp, I don't really like Usopp. Yeah, I don't really like Usopp. I mean, it's not that he's a bad character or anything. It's just like every time I see him, I'm just like, bro, I'm 900 episodes into the show and you haven't changed that much. Like, you're still kind of a coward. I guess he does kind of step up a little bit, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't like Usopp. I don't really have anything else to say there. Gojo, I mean, this man's clean. I mean, I don't really know anything about him, so let me not actually put him in great immediately, but like, this is a clean character, and I feel like he's gonna do some wavy stuff further on into the show, so we'll see where that goes. Gon? I'm gonna put Gon right above Deku. But like, honestly did not like Gon in the Chimera Ant arc, but like the Chimera Ant arc wasn't really about Gon, so that's fine. But other than that, like I like Gon. He's a well-written character. And even in the Chimera Ant arc, just because I didn't like the way things went doesn't mean he was badly written or anything. He was amazingly written. And there's one other character on this list who I don't like, but they are written very well. So I'll, you know, I'm not gonna put them really high like they probably belong because this is my, you know, tier list, but you know, that's how it is. Makoto from Great Pretender, like solid is the perfect word to describe this guy. He's a solid character. Great Pretender's story is another one of those ones where like story outperforms the characters. At least outperforms Makoto, because we got some backgrounds on some other characters that made me like really like care about them as a person. But Makoto, like, you know, it was all right as a person. Like Gabby, literally from the same anime, Great Pretender. She goes like higher up in solid because we got to see like what drives her. Why does she do what she does? You know, what makes her the way she is as a person? And we got to see that character arc, maybe not resolved, but you know, they really pushed it forward. And those are the type of characters that I really like. Rimuru. I mean, another power fantasy type character. So like, I'll put him next to Bell. But like, yo, Rimuru kind of, I mean, I really like him. He's a cool character. I like the way, I mean, there was this one scene in season 2 where like he basically starts a fight, but he's not the one fighting. He's causing other people to fight. And he just kind of sits there and he's like, dang, I started this. And he doesn't regret it at all. He's kind of happy that he gets to see some action that he caused. So he's that type of character. And I like the way he kind of just rolls with everything. Hachiman from Snafu, Slice of Life character. I honestly think this man was extremely well written, like extremely well written. He starts off as this like loner who doesn't care about being a loner. Like when we meet him, he's literally writing like he writes the most depressing essay about like society and socializing and why it's like trash and, you know, just, you know, really hates life basically. But the way he develops through season 1, through season 2, by the end of season 3, he's a very different character. And like even his ways of tackling obstacles in his life changes. You know, he used to be like, oh, there's a problem, I'll throw myself under the bus and the problem is solved. I take damage, no one else does. But eventually, you know, he kind of learns that that's not necessarily the way to solve every problem. You can't just constantly take all the pain onto yourself. You know, sometimes it's okay to rely on other people. So I like his story arc. I think he's a really good character from a really good show. Hakase from Nichijou, I'll put her in all right, but like cutest, funniest, well, not funniest, but like really cute, really funny character from Nichijou who I liked a lot. Hinata. I mean, if we're being honest, Hinata has like one of the most one-track minds in all of anime. I want to stay on the court. That is literally like, if you had to describe him in one sentence or 2 sentences, I want to stay on the court. I could jump really high. I like him, so I'll put him like, you know, somewhere in solid. Let's see, right here. But at the same time, like, he has a one-track mind. Let's see, Ichigo. I mean, Ichigo's kind of like a simple character, but I love him anyway. So I mean, you know, you gotta watch a lot of Bleach to really like get Ichigo, but at the same time, like, you can watch like 2 arcs and you understand Ichigo. He's gonna defend his friends and he'll fight to get stronger. He was kind of dragged into society. I mean, Bleach is like a diet isekai when you think about it. Like, he was literally pulled into this other world within his world, and he kind of just rolls with it, which I like. And I mean, they do show, you know, some things. They don't spend enough time on it, but they show that like he has like a personality, and you know, he was like, he had an individualistic personality before he became a Soul Reaper, and you know, he cared about, you know, other people around him. We get to see a lot with his family, but at the same time, like, anytime his family comes up, it almost feels like filler, because it's like, oh, go back to fighting. So, you know, there wasn't enough time to develop him properly. So actually, I'll put him in great. There wasn't enough time to develop him properly, but he's a really cool character. Megumin is probably the best of the 3 Konosuba girls. I like Darkness more, but Megumin is no, wait, stop. Megumin's cool, but I still like Darkness more. Inosuke, I think that's how you say it, from Demon Slayer. I like, you know, kind of cool fight scene wise or whatever, but you know, as a character, don't really know that much about them, so you know, they could just stay an eye. Iraha from Snafu, best girl. Put her like, all right, that's an exaggeration. She honestly stole the show. Like, you don't expect this character who, you know, kind of seemed like an insignificant character at first to be so amazing within her show. But I really do think that she kind of steals the show. Itadori Yuji from Jujutsu Kaisen. You know, one of my friends, like 2 days ago, whatever, said that Yuji might be a top 5 main character. And I don't see that. Not yet, at least. You know, like, what has he really done? You know, he's fought in some cool fight scenes. I do like his motivation, you know, the whole like thing with like dying proper deaths. That's really cool. But also, Jujutsu Kaisen kind of just started, so we kind of gotta like, we gotta see where things go. I don't want to overrate him and then he ends up disappointing me, but I don't want to underrate him, so I'll just put him right in the middle. Daru from Steins Gate. This dude's hilarious, but like, you know, as a character, he's just all right, but he's very funny. Nobara from Jujutsu. They haven't used her very much. I mean, the most recent episode, they showed some cool stuff. And we've also gotten to see like 1 or 2 flashbacks about her motivation, but like, I want more. Use her more. Tell us more about her. So like, again, Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I didn't want the video to be too long, so I'll be posting part 2 tomorrow. So subscribe and hit the bell for notifications.